Hi everyone, Tarun here. The purpose of this video is to show you the big picture of deep thought. There's a new world that deep thought is trying to create today, and I'm pretty confident that this mobile app, the STLMS, and the various technologies which are taking off right now are going to help us create that new world. What is that new world? Well, can we have a world where everybody is like Baba Ranchod Das in a way that everyone is chasing excellence and not success, where everyone wants to become Kabil or capable and not chasing external validation? Wouldn't that world be beautiful without any rat race? I mean, if you think about it, at school, most of the children are trying to study to just get some marks or get that external validation. And then studying in 11th and 12th grade to get into a so-called top tier college, and the worth of a candidate is decided based on which college the person gets into. And even after going into a top tier college, again, the worth of the candidate is assessed every single second and every single day. And the so-called rat race just kills the originality of people. And I'm sure we're tired of listening to this in so many movies. And even after so many movies and even after so much of discussion, things haven't changed much. The question is, how do we change this, right? And this problem will have an answer only when there's an economic answer to this. Only when Baba Ranchod Das start making millions of dollars, that's when you realize this factory model of learning is not a safe option, right? So deep thought is trying to tackle this problem. How? I will probably be explaining that in this video. Let's see if that emerges in this video. So Deep Thought has created a mobile application and it has an insight feed section where you can engage in quality insights, and each insight is tagged to a discussion room. You can move into a discussion room and have quality discussions with like-minded people, and all those discussions, those threads get saved, and you'll also be able to convert some of these discussions into articles later on, and these discussions also become your digital portfolio to let somebody understand what kind of mental space you have and what kind of mental threads you've been processing over a period of time. Are you somebody who's been having more of discussions of history or psychology? What is your mind made up of? That digital portfolio gets built. So there's discussions, there are online events which you can go and participate for the sake of learning, and there's insight feed. So these are the three basic things in the mobile application. And we've also built a technology called Insight Concert, where a group of people meeting and discussing, be it a conference, be it an event, or be it a classroom, can be extremely effective because everyone constructs the mental threads and everyone can see the mental threads which the fellow participants are constructing in the discussion. So, and we've built another platform called DT-Thon, where people can participate in real-world problem solving, asynchronous learning, where somebody who's a so-called expert on a topic can give challenges for people to solve, and a group of people can come and attempt that challenge at once. So there's very interesting pedagogic infrastructure being developed. I mean, infrastructure to help somebody with a good thinking process impart that sort of a thinking process to others. But let me pause this discussion about technology for a while and let's ask a more fundamental question. So today, if you look at most of the tech companies, be it Upgrad, be it Unacademy, or be it Udemy, or any of them, I am very disturbed by the larger narrative of these tech companies. The larger narrative here is placement. Look at their marketing pitch. The marketing pitch of this company says, come do this course and get a job in a FANG company. Come do this course and get a placement as so and so. So the larger narrative here is of placement. Now, it is here that I wish to talk about my alma mater, IISER Pune. If you compare an IIT with an IISER, and I would say an IISER would outscore an IIT in terms of culture, in terms of research mindset. Me or my batchmates never really bothered about placements of whether we'll get a job or something. I mean, I think all of them are doing quite well. Some of them are very successful as data scientists and as professors in the academia. But in an IIT, you see most of the thought process is all about getting a placement. While in IISER, right from first year, first semester, a lot of young kids just think of doing some, projects where you can work with a faculty, do research on something, not because you want to get a research paper or get a mention on your resume, but because you really love the subject and you want to explore that subject. So, and this is kind of how education is in Europe as well, right? And I mean, a lot of European universities, you don't have a concept of placement where students are supposed to go find their own jobs. So the fundamental question is, do we want this kind of a rat race with external validation where, like kind of on LinkedIn, right? You open your LinkedIn feed, it's full of people coming and saying, congratulations, congratulations, and all of that. So does some job or some internship or some selection decide your self-worth? I mean, should it be a kind of selection, or should it be a networking process where the company and the candidate talk to each other or engage in a process together? And through that process, the company and the candidate decide if there's a chemistry and if, the candidate's value system matches with the company's value system or not. For example, I make it very clear that at Deep Thought, if somebody is not selected, it does not mean the person is good or that person is bad or anything. It just means that that person is excited about something else. It just means that person's idea of making the world a better place to live in is different from Deep Thought's idea of making the world a better place to live in. When we hire someone who believes the best way of changing the world is through education, through research and innovation. And we show our process of how we do it. We let every applicant participate in an observation process with us, travel with us for a while, understand how we're doing it. And in case the participant is excited about what we're doing, that's when we invite the participant into the team. Because if you're excited about what you're doing, you'll definitely grow. I mean, there's one thing to work hard for your passion and for yourself, and another thing to work hard for a cause. When you work hard for a cause, 200-300% productivity comes out, because every day when you wake up, you're not being selfish, you're doing something for the world. You'll be able to contribute much more if you're aligned to a cause and not out of greed or a selfish desire to do something. So we look at hiring people this way. So if someone participates in a selection process at Deep Thought, the idea is not to see where they stand, how good they are, how bad they are, or something like that. The idea is to see, would this person fit into the ecosystem of Deep Thought? So can we get out of this judgmental world? And can we get into the world where people are original, where people are happy, where people are exploring things? Deep Thought is trying to invent that world. And this world is possible when we travel with youngsters who do something not for a certificate or a stipend or any external validation, but because there's that bug inside, right? As you say, the kida within, which makes you want to do it again and again, where you want to go explore, you want to build stuff, you want to interact with people, you want to, create new things which people can use and which can transform education across the world. So, and Deep Thought has been counterintuitive. Deep Thought has been non-traditional since inception. We've hired a lot of people who never thought, trained them to be teachers, and they're exceptional teachers. Hired people who never wanted to be product managers. They come to Deep Thought and we tell them, hey, you know what? You're a creative person. You can be a great product manager. You make products and that can change the thought process of millions of people in the world, and people become product managers. So that way we pick up youngsters. They come in with an open mindset. We put them in positions and they explore multiple positions within the company to explore multiple fields and grow as all-round thinkers. And the goal is these people who are doing internships with Deep Thought, we believe would be the future IAS officers, would be the future CEOs, would be the future leaders who will run the world, because these are original thinkers. These are people who are chasing their passion. These are people who are doing it because they really love it. And these are the ones who will get into leadership positions, because these are the ones who will give their 100%, 200% into work. So if you're one such individual on Internshala, I think the message has been sent, the selection process has been sent, a lot of information has been sent. Go through all of that. One selection link would have been given. Go open that link. On that link, there will be, a set of assignments to be submitted. Then you'll be asked to join a WhatsApp group. On that WhatsApp group, again, you'll be asked to do some video reflection. Then you'll be asked to enter observation process. Fundamentally, we're looking for your common sense, right? Information is presented to you in a fairly simple manner. Can you figure it out rather than being spoon-fed? Can you figure it out rather than being spoon-fed? That's a big ask, right? But unfortunately, today I feel bad for India's education system, that there are a lot of youngsters who struggle with this process. I'd like to, convey my apologies on behalf of Deep Thought in case you're facing inconvenience anywhere through the selection process. What happens is we get a lot of applications via Internshala, but again, out of all that 1,000 applications, there are hardly 5 to 10 people like you who are really, really passionate about what you're doing. So for us to communicate with you becomes a little difficult because it has to go through multiple layers of filtration. But yes, if you get through all the web pages and get to the WhatsApp group, I'm very happy to have a one-on-one conversation with you on the WhatsApp group once you complete the assignments and get onto this WhatsApp group. We've put this process in place. It's a psychologically cleverly designed process to pick individuals with the personality trait who will be the right torch bearers of this research mission. Think about it. This is a problem statement which several governments struggle to solve. This is a problem statement which several governments struggle to solve, to bring a research mindset, to make people pursue their passion, to make people pursue their calling. We'd like to invent such a society where everyone is being original. Wouldn't that society be lovely? A research-driven society, not one where people are chasing money, but one where people are chasing their calling, where people are chasing their purpose and also making money while chasing their purpose. Steve Jobs, all his life did what he was passionate about, and he's possibly one of the richest people on this planet. And so is Elon Musk. He's pursued his passion and probably the richest person now. So in that sense, can we help everyone pursue their passion and also make good money out of pursuing their passion? That is the research-oriented education we're trying to do with a strong sense of strategy and policy level education as well. So we will need youngsters with emotional composure, with a growth mindset, very, very humble youngsters to get on this journey. And if you think you're one of them, just go ahead, attempt the selection process. We'd love to connect with you and talk to you. Thank you for listening to me very patiently.